Oh, I should turn my phone off too.
I have mine on vibrate for emergencies.
What emergency might arise?
I don't know. What if the fucking house gets burglarized by a bunch of blind assassins, and I have to go in with my heightened smell and hearing, and
and having a sense of vision.
Well, I think they'll have the heightened sense.
I don't have vision.
No vision.
Because it'll be nighttime, so I have to rely on my other senses.
So it's like an equal playing field.
Like a ninja. No, it's a night job, so they probably came prepared. They probably have night vision goggles.
I thought they're blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What good would that do?
That's why we keep on making blind references. And
I forgot where I was going.
I don't think we have any vision.
Does a blind burglar only rob, like, do they know when it's night to rob, or are they, like, going into houses?
It's always nighttime for them.
It's always night. They're always night burglars. It's like, dude, it's fucking 2:00 in the afternoon.
How does a blind burglar
I'm
know
gonna
what to
rob
steal?
you blind, huh?
How does a blind burglar know what to steal?
That's part of the surprise.
They just feel on it. They're like, this feels
Expensive.
antique. I don't think there's a lot of blind
you'll be surprised.
Burglars,
Yeah.
burglars.
And the best part is that no one really suspects them. So
Do you have
crime.
Do you have a whole rink of just blind people that you send out? Is your little Foot Klansman?
I'm just assuming, No, if I was blind, that's what I'll be doing.
What? Robin? Why don't you just
Play piano.
Yeah, pretend you're blind and just go for it.
Or play
Why
piano.
would you suspect me?
Because you're brown.
Hey! Welcome to the Squaggles Podcast.
I like how he put his head down. He's just like,
Episode...
You got me there.
That's deep.
Episode 6.
6.
I wouldn't know what I am, though.
Picking up sticks. That's true. Big
AJ.
Clayton.
And to my left, as always,
D'Angelo.
the number one co-host here.
Wow.
Co-host?
Wow.
Yeah, we're all co-hosts.
Wait, why is he the number one co-host?
Yeah, I am the number one co-host.
Yeah.
What am I?
You're the audio engineer. There's 2 co-hosts and an audio engineer.
Wow.
I mean, can't argue with
And
that.
on my right, the audio engineer.
That sounds less. That sounds like less. It's me, guys. It's Devon, the audio engineer guy.
No, you can be the number 2 co-host.
Ever, let's do levels. I guess that's all I'm here for.
And then the screen just like slowly crosses this way.
It's all right, I guess.
So, we were talking about blind burglars.
We were.
And I finished reading a book recently, Mindhunter, based off the hit. The hit Netflix show was based off this book, this true story. And it got me thinking, like, towards the end of the book, he kind of brought up, like, are people made killers? Or do they, like, are they a product of their environment that, like, causes them to kill? Just the same way when you're blind, you normally tend to go burglarize places? Are you... That was my big segue in. Is it more like a nurture thing? Like, are you killing because you were just born ready to kill?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, there's special cases where people are just like, yo, I definitely could kill some people right now. And there's other people who just got dealt a shitty hand and like, oh man, when I get on, I'm killing everybody.
Because
everybody.
I think I was having this conversation yesterday where it's like, I mean, your genetics play a factor into who you are, but also your environment and where you grow up and the things that, happen to you, and we're all products of our environment, but it's a mixture of both.
Because the book and the show's really good. Season 2 came out, one of the best TV shows of 2019. However,
I love the way they kill.
It was a chef's kiss.
Magnifique.
It goes in because, like, the guy in real life, he made the term serial killer. He sat down in prisons with these killers and, like, interviewed them and kind of, like, figured out different types of killers, like the guy who's just killing random people because they looked at him weird, the guy who, like, stalked someone and planned it out, and just, like, different types of killers, and, like, what led them to, like, certain paths. Like, oh, this guy was beat, so he's more, like, willing to tend towards
He's
like
more of a beady guy.
like he'll do this to this person but he said he thinks it's more the like how you got brought up, because a lot of these kids were abused, were treated poorly by their parents, had bad family lives, that they're all messed up because of it, and now they're going around killing college girls.
It's like
Because most of them killed women.
the Aaron Hernandez.
Tried to teach.
Yeah,
documentary.
and that's a good like example. I haven't watched the documentary, but it's that same idea of like it's your environment, and I think you do need that thing in your brain to be wrong to like put you on that path. But I think you could have that thing and have a healthy upbringing and be fine. But if you have that thing,
or have a healthy upbringing and go haywire.
I feel like the serial killers, like at least from the book, right?
A lot of times it's more of environmental.
Yeah, I would say you very rarely see a serial killer who had a perfect home life, is living a good adult life, and
I mean, there's
goes
been like
crazy.
a few serial killers in the past who have just been kind of just mentioned they were just bored.
But they were also beat and abused and
But they were also bored.
No, that's their motives and their reason.
Well, and he goes into how different things could happen to lead to, like, that would be a type of killer. Like, the killer who's just, you know what, I'm going to go out and kill someone on a whim. But then you have the guy who planned it for a month. And then, like, in different things that happen in their path, help them go on, like, that path of what kind of killer they're going to be. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because in the book was crazy because he was the guy who came up with, like, profiling criminals. So he goes to a crime scene and he's like, the guy's going to be a white guy between the ages of 20 and 30. He's going to be a carpenter, and like, and he can just pick it out by the murder scene.
Jesus?
And well, the one like example he used, he doesn't say like, he doesn't give you directions on how to do this because it's all like FBI secrets, but he was like, he walked in and he went, the guy's going to drive a VW Bug. He's like 30 years old. He's going to be most likely an electrician, and he's going to have a speech impediment. And they're like, okay, sure. Like, this was early, and everyone kind of dismissed him. Like, you don't know what you're doing. And they caught the guy, and it was like, he said like a VW Bug that's like 4 years old, probably yellow, dirty on the inside, clean on the outside, and he has a speech impediment, and he was stuttering. Like, they got a guy who's stuttering. They're like, when he shows up to like the police interview, he's gonna wear a suit, but it's gonna be an old suit. And he was just like,
that's so crazy.
He was just planning these people out there. He's like, look, I need you to go out in this VW Bug, plan a murder, all right? Listen, you're gonna do some time, but it's gonna be worth it in the end, buddy. And he's just the same dude dressing up as different people. If you go back and you put the crime photos back to back to back, it's the same dude in different disguises. It's going to be a white male in his 20s. He's going to be riding a Ford F-150. He's going to have one shoe bigger than the other. And in his wallet, he's going to have one daffodil.
Well, he said it's almost like a magic trick. Like, it's one of those, if you don't know how it's done, it looks like magic. But if you know how it's done, you're like, yeah, it makes sense. Like,
he just has
that's crazy.
He just has like a little shuffle box that he gets. He's like, all right, so what I'm gonna tell the police today?
I believe Devon's theory.
All right, he has a red polo.
He's texting, yo, hey, did you get the cue? Are you coming?
Yeah. Hey, dude, I just told him
you're about 2 minutes late.
Change of plans. I forgot that I told you to wear the white shirt, but I told the police purple. I told police purple. I just cash apped you $20.
Go to Walmart.
Get it.
The show and the book kind of go into like one of the big cases he did. I think in the show it was like the first one he did, but in the book it was like a little bit further along the timeline. But it was like the Atlanta child murders, where like all these kids, they were like all African American kids, like showing up murdered like in rivers and stuff like that. And it was like every week there's another boy. And he came in, he was like...
Was it the police?
No. Well, the police and everyone, like the kids' parents thought it was like the KKK. And like they were like really strong in that area. And he was like, no, I'm going to tell you, like, he came up with a profile and he was like, the guy's black. I'm telling you, the guy's black. And, like, it was this big argument, and that's kind of what season 2 is about. They're like, no, it's a racial crime. And he's like, no, it's not. Like, and it's just this, like, debate where he's like, I'm telling you it is not a hate crime, and they're all, like, having their predetermination of what it is, and it's this argument of who it is.
Yeah.
And it was, like, a really, like...
Hey, man, this is going to be tough. I need you to do blackface. But Robert Downey Jr., Tropic Thunder style, I need you to fully commit all over body. Hey, just remember, you're
That
a
guy's
guy.
so overlooked.
You're a guy in the
What?
disguise playing a man in the disguise. Because it's not really blackface. He was a man in disguise playing a man in disguise.
Oh, in the movie?
Yeah,
Yeah. And I think it's making fun of that.
Yeah.
And they had the black guy in the movie to point it out. It's like, you look ridiculous, man.
He was nominated for an Oscar for that. For
I
film.
mean, it was hilarious. I laughed.
but
I enjoyed it.
Like, because
was
honestly,
funny.
that's been coming back up is Robert Downey Jr. in the blackface recently, and it's like,
It was like, well, I mean, it was intention.
yeah, because I think people, like, to an extent, kind of, like, called it out recently, and I know he's...
Yeah, they're trying, because everybody...
He's recently said stuff about it, where he's like, oh yeah, everyone liked it, like...
Yeah, the new
He's like,
thing
all my
is-
friends were cool with it.
The new thing is to dig up old stuff and try to, like...
But it wasn't even, like, dig it up. It was
Yeah.
like, he was
He's like-
nominated for an Academy Award.
He's like, I almost won an award. Millions in the
it
box
was, like,
office.
10
What
years
are-
ago. It wasn't even that long.
He's like, what are we doing?
You're just now noticing?
What are we doing now? They're like, oh, we were mad about it then, but now
But
we're
I
really
think,
mad.
like, if he was just playing a black man, it's
Yeah.
different. Like, if the joke wasn't, he is an actor in blackface who is taking his role so seriously, then, yeah, it probably would be bad. Like, imagine that movie, and he was just a black
guy
actor
the whole time
doing that impression.
If he was the black actor who was in the movie, he was supposed to be like this cocky guy, selling like his sports drink and shit. I'd have been like, yo, this.
Yeah,
is
if
too
he played the
fucking-
rapper part.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, this is too fucking much.
But yeah, the whole joke was like he is a method actor, and he's like, I changed the pigments. Like in the movie, it's not even he did blackface. It was like he got a plastic surgery to change the pigments in his skin to become black.
Yeah.
No, he ripped it off. Didn't
I guess that's the difference.
He
when
ripped
it's
off like the wig.
when it's
I think.
clearly
I don't
he took
remember.
off his whole face.
Oh, maybe.
when it's clearly a joke, and you have people around you who, you know, are of color that are like okay with it. That's a little different than when you're legitimately just making fun of something.
College kids. That doesn't mean you get one or two black guys in your fraternity. You paint your whole.
But
face
yeah,
up.
I think
that's not Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
I'm just a college fraternity kid in disguise as the man in disguise.
It's
Well,
yeah. I
like,
think
yeah.
it's like if you're making the joke about the thing instead of it, like laughing at it instead of with it.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. Like they were making fun of blackface. They weren't trying to do a funny black face thing.
I think they were just trying to do a funny black face thing. They're like, but let's find.
I mean, no. I think they 100% they wrote it because it's funny. Like it wasn't like they were trying to make a stance on it, but they were making fun of like we said, he wasn't just playing a black guy.
Yeah.
Same with It's Always Sunny, because I think they're really good about it. Is they had a whole episode on blackface, and once again, we're laughing at it.
Yeah.
We're laughing at the people that think it's okay. We're not doing a funny impression and being like,
this is cool. This
is cool. Like, yeah, it's like the whole episode was about why it's not okay, but the joke is the characters think it's okay.
So the question is, in the comments, is blackface okay?
just no, yes, no.
Yes. And to the people who comment, yes, we'll probably go black.
We'll get less comments than we know.
Only answer yes or no without any context. But yeah, it was I think It's Always Sunny has been always good at that. We were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
That's why it's fresh on the mind. But making fun of the people that think these messed up things are okay, because the joke is their characters are those people that are yeah, why can't I do blackface?
Yeah.
And it's that's what they're making fun of. They're making fun of those people, not having the character go in blackface being it's okay.
Yeah. No, I appreciate It's Always Sunny for their...
there's a few shows
I mean,
that...
they
Socratic?
I feel like they push the line, however, they make fun of
Satire.
everybody.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's not...
Satire.
They're always hitting that same group. It's Always Sunny makes fun of everyone. like every ethnicity known to man they make fun of.
Yeah.
And same with like I think South Park does it good where it's like they make fun like
Yeah, they go hard on everybody.
and it's always funny because
to the limits.
I think South Park they have like when they make fun of a group, that group gets mad and they're kind of like, well, you thought it was funny when we made fun of everyone else, but when we made fun of you,
But now you want to get mad?
yeah,
You were cool with us last season when we made fun of the Asians, but now we're making fun of the Hispanics. Y'all got a problem?
And
oh, that's funny.
that's why
And they're also cartoons. You mad? You mad at Cartman? Who you gonna go beat up? Huh? You gonna beat up Kenny? He's already dead.
That's why Chef left.
He's already
the show.
dead. That's funny.
Why Chef
Isaac
leave?
He
Hayes.
left because he's a Scientologist, so he was fine. He was on the show for seasons, like a decade, and then they made fun of Scientology, and he's like, "Well, I can't condone this behavior." Then like quit the show.
Wow.
Isaac Hayes.
Is that why Chef left?
Yeah. Then they have the episode of like his last episode, and it's like they were making fun of like he went and joined some like fruity little club.
They kept fucking poking.
Yeah,
at him.
yeah.
And
that's
they
it.
just took lines from other episodes and made him like
It's
it was like that time on like
We
season
still-
All right, you want to leave us?
We still own your voice.
yeah, it was like that episode in season 1 of the Squaggles podcast. You can check it out. Playlist in the YouTube channel.
Right here.
But like where I took D'Angelo's lines and made him say something.
Yeah.
That's what they did for the whole episode with Chef, but they had 10 years worth of things to like,
yeah. They probably had him just saying different sentences.
Yeah, it was like,
just in case you die.
hey, children. Like,
I would have him say the same line every episode and just put him in there and just be like, we're not going to pay you, but I just want you to know we own you.
because I think, like,
Chef.
You're editing
There-
shenanigans.
We own you, Chef.
there shouldn't be a reason you couldn't do that legally. Like, if you're only using previous episodes.
It's like, these aren't new words. He already said these in previous episodes. We just like to rehear them.
Yeah, like, I feel like they honestly could have. Because if they did it for that one episode, like, there's... Why couldn't you do it for a whole season?
They
because
own it.
Yeah, they own the old episodes. I can take a clip of, like, a show I made and put it in a new episode. I don't have to, like, get permission for that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Same with, like, unless it was in his contract to do that, but who thinks that? Like,
Yeah, nobody's thinking, like, they're going to make fun of Scientology one day. I should put in a clause here that they can't use my previous recording.
Did you guys hear about, like, you know, the Kanye picture that the photographer took a picture of Kanye and Kim, and they sued Kanye and Kim Kardashian for using the picture that he took of them?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
That's crazy. Because it becomes a license of the photographer.
oh, I guess, yeah.
So they posted the
photographer's
picture.
photo.
I mean, did they know the picture was being taken? Was it like a posed picture?
No.
No,
Like,
no,
it was a
Kim.
paparazzi picture, and then Kanye was like, oh,
I
like
feel like that should be... unless they're in public. I think if they're in...
I think that's a shame. Like the fact that you can sue for something like that.
I don't think that should be okay. Like if, like, let's say we took a picture of you in the back, right? And you know you're getting a picture taken, you pose, yeah, we own that picture.
Yeah.
However, if you're on the street, I run up and
And
like...
I mean, it was probably I didn't go deep into context,
Yeah.
but he was probably hired for the event or something like that.
Oh,
So
it
he
was
took
an
a
event.
picture.
It was an event.
Yeah, it was on Nas's.
Maybe, but you
album
still
release
shouldn't.
party?
You still shouldn't sue unless like that person
Yeah.
was trying to sell it. But once again, like
It's a
Just
shame. It's
sell it
greediness.
To, like,
It's-
what,
Yeah.
TMZ? Like, who else is buying
I guess, like,
candid
yeah.
photo of...
It
oh,
was-
you would be me.
I'm going to put that on my wall.
It was an older picture.
I'm putting that on my wall.
I'm getting it a canvas print.
Before Silver Kanye?
No, not that old. It was for Nas's, like, his most recent album, the release party. So that was about a year ago.
Okay. Who do you think would win, Silver Kanye or Gold CeeLo Green in a fight?
Gold CeeLo. Because I watched that man light on fire.
I mean, yeah, CeeLo was part of Goody Mob, and
He's from the hood.
They were hood and tough.
No, when
Who's that peeking through my window? Pow!
when that phone
Gold
blew
CeeLo
up,
now.
I was talking about.
Oh,
And
was
everyone
this in the studio?
Oh, the
Love
phone
in
bursting?
face.
Yeah, the Note 7.
That's very fucked up.
Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I've seen.
Was it him for sure?
Yes,
Yeah.
because
I feel like it definitely looked like
everyone
him.
thought he died, and he had to
Yeah.
come out going like, "No, I'm okay."
I'm
Like,
still alive. Imagine how embarrassing that is. Your phone blows up in your
fell out
own
of the
private
seat.
studio. You think you're chilling.
he
You
had to
just-
release the video. Though. He had to release that video.
Somebody might have released it.
Maybe.
Get that quick change. It's like, I think CeeLo just died. I'm gonna put this on my Instagram. What's he gonna do? Fire me? He needs to fire Samsung.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
fire
he
him
took
up.
that phone explosion like a champ. I think he can hold his own.
I think anybody named
Is that why they rebuilt him as that?
anybody named Gnarls is fucking. He's ready with hands.
Gnarls Barkley.
Ready with hands.
Speaking of which, I like how you mentioned the gold and the purple in the back. You know,
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
He's talking about the lights in the background for the people listening at home.
Yeah. The people
Yeah.
are just like looking behind them like, this purple and gold?
Yeah, you know, we're representing R.I.P.
It's so hard to say goodbye to you, Kobe.
It's beautiful.
Touching tribute, but
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I don't think the mic picked that up.
No.
So that might end up getting cut, and that might only live in
That's
our
a shame.
hearts.
That's
that
a
only-
shame.
That might only live in our hearts.
That's all right, because that was for your heart
Thank you.
All right.
and your heart.
There's a hole in there, so that helps fill the void a little bit.
Well, here.
Ooh. So
That's-
what
that's for
what
your
are your thoughts on the whole situation that I've heard?
Probably never gonna. Once this YouTube stuff takes off and we start making some coin, I'm probably not gonna buy a helicopter like I previously planned.
I mean, you can't live like your life in fear like that.
Nah,
though.
that's fine. I can just.
But it's sad.
But it is
the
true
families
that-
and other
give me a
people died.
driver.
It is true that more private jets and smaller planes and like personal helicopters go down more than like commercials.
Yeah.
Probably because they're not getting checked as much. And
Yeah, and I feel like a big
it's a
commercial
smaller-
plane is like
Yeah.
it's like a cruise ship compared to like a little dinghy. Like
Yeah, and there's like more like probably backup shit.
Yeah.
To like backup engines and other safety landing gear that you can fit on a bigger plane than on a little one. You just like, fuck it, we're just gonna throw some turbines on that and call it a day. It's like a race car and a regular car. You know, you always want to strip all the unnecessary. Get rid of the parachutes.
I mean, I would probably still get a helicopter.
Nah, I think I'm gonna just give me a driver and call it a day.
but what if you got to go far?
Kevin Hart survived.
But this one hurts.
Yeah, it does.
And for the family.
If
of
I
course.
gotta go far, I just chill out. I got a driver. Only thing that pisses me off about car rides
The driver
is
that
I
considered driving?
drive in traffic. Like, I could sit in a car all day especially if I got a driver and I'm just like leaned back on my phone, chilling. Like, I could do that all day as long as I'm not the one behind the wheel, like having to stop and go and stop and go. And
Oh, speaking of which, can we say congratulations to Devon for getting his first car?
okay, first of all, I got my second.
His
car.
first functioning
He was
car.
he
Second
was
car.
And
a
mobile.
little motivated after the last
First of
episode.
all, I've been planning for weeks. It's part of my 2020 goals to get back on the road because my other car that I own currently is still off the road. Got me a car to move back and forth. Now it's time to buy a house, get married, and
Wow, big goals, 2020.
what was my other thing I had to do?
I think you were just so hurt
There's one more thing.
from AJ's story.
Nah, I'm not giving you that kind of power, bro. That's been in the works.
Well, it sounds like you have your year planned out. It's almost like your vision for the year is 2020.
2020.
Wow, he's just been used that one.
All 2022.
No, I told his fiance when they needed to send out save the dates. I'm going to put this out there because they didn't use the idea. I don't know. They haven't sent save the dates.
I haven't.
However, I'm going to
seen
put
a
the
single
idea
save
out there
date.
for the public. I told them the save the dates they should send out would say, some people say love is blind. However, our vision is 2020.
And I think there should be like
Save the date.
I think there should be like glasses
I'm pretty sure other people are going to do that.
on top of
Well,
the
now.
words that kind of make the first kind of words blurry, and then when you get to the end of the sentence, the other lens is very clear.
Wow.
And you can see.
Maybe the card's blurry. It comes with like a little magnifying glass, and it puts it into perspective.
That's why we're in fucking business.
2020.
2020.
Yo, we're going into fucking card making, boys.
The new
Hallmark, call your boys up.
Hallmark.
H&M is what we gonna be. H&M.
What?
I'm H and y'all them.
Why are you H?
And H. And what is that noise? What is that noise?
That's a stomach.
And
It sounded
somebody's a hungry boy.
It sounded like a little squirrel ran by. I don't think the mic picked that up at all, but
It's a little hungry boy.
H&M is already taken anyway.
H&M?
H&M.
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 Them.
Apostrophe EM or THEM?
EM.
EM.
Apostrophe EM.
H&M.
And
H&M. You know.
Well, but where does the H come from?
Cause I'm African. African American.
What?
I'm African American.
What are you talking about?
That's what the H stands for. African American? You never heard that term?
And that was our episode of the Squad Goals Podcast, episode 6. For those wanting to watch the podcast,
shout out to all the Africans out here listening.
You can go to youtube.com and look up Squad Goals.
I'm half African American.
Okay, I get it.
You
now.
get it? African. Thank you.
I was in the middle of an outro. You can go to youtube.com and look up Squad Goals. And for the audio listeners,
Squad.
And if you want to listen on audio, if you're listening on audio and you don't like where you're listening, you could always go to Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, and Stitcher to hear our beautiful voices.
Go there.
Immediately.
Go there now. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Tell your friend. And then tell that friend to tell their friend. And then you tell that friend that told that friend that when he tells his friend to tell that friend to tell another friend. Okay?
Everybody
you
tell
hear
three
me?
friends.
You hear me? And guess what? If you do that, at some point, your friend should tell a friend that will tell a friend that will tell me, and then I'll know that you did your job, and I'll send you a cookie. Okay? So do it. Do it now.
You heard it here first. Wow.